Oregon defeats Rutgers 56-10. My friend, it wasn't that close to begin with. It turns out, as the great Jeff Rust always says, run the ball. Run the ball.
Run the ball.
That was a very large key to success in their victory over Rutgers over the weekend. And look, here's what went down. Not a whole lot to get into with this game. Here's what went down. I'm mad, and you suck, and I'm going to take it out on you.
Here's 400 yards of rushing. Deal with it.
Yep, you're just going to take it and like it. And if you're an Oregon fan, that's what they did. They went out there, handled business, established themselves, kind of showed a little more dynamic offense. I know you weren't in love with some of Dante Moore's throws, but he was incredibly efficient.
Oh, he was incredibly efficient.
15 of 20 for 290 and 4 tuds.
I'm being picky. I was driving during some of the game, and I came back and caught back up. And even Jerry and Jorgie were like, yeah, DeCorian had to come back for that ball. And it was like, he was wide open. Dante kind of underthrew him there. It was like,
maybe DeCorian Moore is just too good.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Rutgers, they lost guys seemingly all game long.
Yeah. And
just wide open, butt naked. Just like, how is he that open?
Yeah, I think that's a good thing. DeCorian, I mean, he only had 2 catches, but they were nice catches. And Kenyon Sadiq, he had 4 catches for 80 yards. That's 20 a catch on average.
Dinged up again.
I know, but it turns out going to the bread and butter was really all Oregon needed.
Yeah.
Was a game where the defense got after it. You established the run game. You found a new guy that was going to be the player of the week, and that was Noah Whittington, who was just absolutely sensational on Saturday. And Dante was efficient throwing the football. I think that's all you ask for. You're building momentum. Indiana is now way in the past. People ahead of you in the rankings have fallen.
Yep.
You are still sitting in a position where you might, I know this is strange to say, Duck fans, but you are sitting in a position where you might avoid the Big Ten title game, and you might be happy about that. Also,
worked out well for Ohio State.
Also, because you Duck fans, you might be hosting Ole Miss in a playoff game, and that, my friend, is must-see television.
Holy.
That is what you do. I am trying to go to that game. I'll tell you that. You know what? Side note right here. If Oregon gets Lane Kiffin in a playoff game at Autzen, I'll be there. I will go down to that game.
I'm telling you right now, we're making phone calls.
I'm going to that game.
To our friends here, as we're the home of the Oregon Ducks.
Dude, I know the sideline reporter on the radio.
We have a pretty good relationship with him. Pretty good relationship.
You might hook it up.
One might say a friend of the program.
A friend of the program.
Let me tell you right now, I would be there.
I think that'd be cool. So, you're in a good position. Offense looks good. Kenyon Sadiq, my guy, he's back. He's back. You look good. You feel good. You came out, for the most part, healthy. We'll see what happens with Sadiq and how banged up he actually is.
That's my only worry with him, is that he seems to be a guy that's...
Well, big guy fall hard.
He's so athletic. Does his body not handle how athletic he is? You know what I mean? It's kind of not that he's fat, but it's kind of the Zion Williamson of it all. Of this guy is so freaky. Gronk was this. Yeah. He was so big and freaky that, just when you're one of those guys, it's almost impossible to stay that way. just do it, Sprague.
They're over here, buddy.
There we go. Sprague skis.
He just needs to pull a ROP and just not care and walk in.
Totally. It would have been a lot better for you, buddy.
Little bear crawl.
I mean, there's some turnover situations you got to figure out. Some fumbles, interceptions, things like that. But I think with the game so in hand, you can kind of let those slide a little bit, I guess.
Sure. I mean, Lanning loves to have a mistake because he can throw it up on the board.
Totally. And that's what they'll work on.
In a butt whooping like that, you're like...
Yeah, Gary Bryant, DeCorian, stop fumbling the ball.
Hey, let's not get too high on our own supply.
You know he wanted to keep that a clean sheet.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
But, I mean, 3 in the first quarter, so it pissed him off for the rest of the game. So that's why we hang 60 on you.
No.
Oh, Danny.
I told you.
Oh, Dan Lanning.
I told you that 17.5-point line, I didn't like it. And I was like, if you don't go out there and absolutely cover this, it is absolutely a disappointment.
It's because Vegas doesn't know what I know, and that is the bottom of the Big Ten is absolutely garbage. It is hot garbage beyond hot garbage, all right? Oregon State plays UCLA. That's a toss-up. That's how hot garbage it is at the bottom. Okay?
I'm almost willing to give UCLA not the benefit of the doubt, but
give them a little credit.
I'm getting there because they're offensively.
Well, they're winning for the Gipper.
Yeah, offensively they're pretty good now. It's weird. I don't know what to do with that.
It is weird.
I'm like, I watched you.
Was Foster really that bad?
It appears so.
Wow.
By the way, UCLA, one of 7 teams in the Big Ten at 3-1, tied for third in the conference behind Indiana and Ohio State. Tied with the Ducks, 3-1 in the
I
conference.
saw a great meme of James Franklin's long-term goal. This was his long-term goal, was to lose to UCLA to put a spark in them so they go on a run, beat Ohio State, and get into the playoff.
Wow.
The long play.
I like that.
The long play from
like
James
that.
Franklin. Congrats, Ducks. 56-10. Next week, you'll get Wisconsin. We'll have Tyson Alger on Wednesday, kind of recap this game and look ahead to Wisconsin. And speaking of another team that's just in a really, really rough shape, that game could get ugly quickly. What did I say the spread was? 34.5. I might hammer that spread. Lay the big wood down, as they say.
I'm not touching 34.5.
Don't do it for the Cougs because they'll cover.
Yeah, this is the same. But I'm talking about if there's like functional teams at play, I'm not touching those lines.
I don't know. Wisconsin is that bad.